Okay, Dave here from grabgreattraffic.com, and we're going to show you in this video how to upload your SEO blog, but this works for your generic WordPress also. Your SEO blog will unzip into a folder named blog, and your generic WordPress will unzip into a folder named WordPress. And inside of that, you'll see that we already have two of the little icons that you're going to need for your Google sitemap. We've already put those in for you. And we will need to go to WP config and put in our SQL database information. So right now we're going to head over to our NeatScoop cPanel and set up an SQL database. And here we are in our NeatScoop control panel, cPanel, and we're going to scroll down to MySQL databases. And the first thing we're going to do is create a database, and we'll call this WordPress and create the database. Now we'll go back and we'll need to create a user and a password. So for our user, we'll just call it user, and for password, we'll call it password. Not very secure, but this is for demo purposes anyway. And we'll create the user. Now we have to go back and connect the user to the database. 3 steps usually in setting up your SQL database. So we take user, connect that with WordPress, and we hit add. And it will now ask us what privileges, and we will of course want all privileges, and make changes and go back. And if you'll notice, for the WordPress, it's appended the username for the cPanel, and the same way with the user, it's appended the username for the cPanel. When we put these into our config file, all we'll need to do is put password when you get the password. But for the database and the user, we need to also use this appended with the underscore. So now we'll head back and put this in our config file. Okay, here we are in our NeatScoop blog folder, and we're going to hit config, and we're going to right click and open it with Notepad or any text editor that you have. And now where it says put your database name here, we're going to put Expo 2834 underscore and WordPress, which is the name of our database. For username here, we'll put Expo 2834 underscore and user. And when we get down to your password, all we have to enter there is password. Why, I don't know, but at any rate, password just requires password. And we'll save this and close it. And now we're ready to upload this. And if we were going to, well, I'll show you. If we're going to make this a subdirectory, then we'll leave it inside the folder. If we wanted to make it the primary directory, then we would open it up and upload all of these. But at any rate, let's I've got FileZilla and Core FTP. I use them interchangeably. They're both good programs, and they're both free. So let's open up Core FTP. and neat scoop, and hit connect. And the first thing you want to do when you open up your site is go inside the public HTML. And we have some other files here. We're going to, since this is going to be a subdirectory, we're just going to drag this whole folder over. It's got quite a few plugins, so once we do that, we're going to pause the video because it takes like maybe 10 or 20 minutes to upload all these with the plugins. Also, when you drag one of these folders over, be sure that you come down into an area where there isn't other folders. If you drag it over here, it's apt to go into images or golf swing or whatever, and then you don't know where it went, and plus it won't work right. So pull it down here and where there's just icons and not folders, and then it'll take care of the rest for you. So let's go ahead and pull this over, and it's going to start uploading. And okay, we're going to pull this blog over again. The reason it asked me if we wanted to overwrite was because I had a blog folder already in this one, so I deleted that, and now this is how it's going to work. Go ahead and drag this over, and it's going to start uploading. And like I say, it'll take about 10 or 20 minutes, and so we're going to pause this video, and we'll be back, and we'll open up Firefox and go in through our browser. So we'll see you then. Okay, everything's uploaded now, and you can see over here that we've got the blog folder in here. And now we'll have to go in through Firefox, and we'll go into the admin install and set up the database. Okay, here we are in Firefox, and we're going into wp-admin/install.php. And here we are into the admin install. We're going to have to put a blog title. We'll call it my blog, because you can change it later. So we'll just call this my blog and put down our email and install WordPress. It's hooked up the databases, and now you'll want to copy this password. It's going to also send one to your email, but you might want to copy this, because if you don't get it in your email, you're going to have to reinstall WordPress. There's no other way to get the password. So that pretty well concludes this video on manually installing WordPress, and hope you enjoyed it, and hope you watch a few more videos. Thank you very much.